All right, what you doing today?
Taper 1.5 on top.
YouTube, what's going on? As I say time and time again, if you didn't already, please drop a comment, a like, and please subscribe to the channel and turn that bell on. Without further ado, I start by ensuring that I'm chopping his head down to a 1.5. Of course, his head was already a 1.5, but because I already started the video and was like, do I want to put this on my YouTube video? I just dove right into the haircut. So, now I'm just cleaning him up with my 1.5 after I shampooed his hair. Shampooing your client's hair give you a better way to cut, a better grain to cut. It gives you consistency. It gives you, like I said, it gives you, a better canvas. Here I'm taking my trimmers and I'm just creating, a rainbow-like guideline, just so I can blend this out and, it can help me with my transition. Just cleaning his face up. Like I said, a prepped head is always the best head to cut. Yeah, I'm taking my foil shaver, not putting it on his face, but putting it on the temple area, just so, I can create that ball look. Yeah, I'm taking my Style Craft Instincts level all the way open, and I'm going about a half of a finger's width up. As you can see, these things are shredding. I only buy clippers that shreds. Like the Tune 45 clippers, shred. The Black Label Andy's Masters, shred. This look good. And like I said, every time you do a step on this side, you also gonna do it on the opposite side of his taper. Yeah, I'm level all the way open with my 1.5. Because I took the 1.5 with I'm able to work with my 1.5 to debulk. I do want to say that I tried to use a comb this video, and I just felt like it just took me a lot longer to do a haircut, like way longer. I'm not used to using a comb. I'm used to using a brush. So, to all the vet barbers out there, I hope I made y'all proud with this video by me using a comb. But I was just so anxious to pick up, the brush, and I just want to be consistent. And I preach being consistent in all my videos. Consistency is everything. No matter if you're consistent with the way you smell over top of your client, no matter, consistency is in your haircut. Consistency is in the time that you put in when your client had make an appointment. So if you 30 minutes early, your client know that you 30 minutes early every time, and if you're not, something going on. Yeah, I'm just detailing, just trying to knock out some of these lines, soften up the line. Now I'm going back with my clipper with no guard, just trying to hit at that line that we created with the clipper the first go around. I don't know, it's just detailing. Like your taper might be the best looking taper, but sometimes you may want to over detail. There's nothing wrong with over detailing. You'll have a lot of barbers telling you, yeah, something wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with over detailing. Trust me, you want your canvas to look a certain way. And again, like I said, I'm using a comb, so I'm trying to get the hairs to go where I want it to go right then and there. It's just not happening. So I'm combing and combing and combing and combing and combing. That look good. These are my hitters, but because I'm super light-handed, these will not cut my client, make them feel uncomfortable at all, to the point where the pain is unbearable. XK. But just clean them up. You want to keep this neck taper. You want to keep this back neck taper. You want to keep it super low. You don't want to go too high up in his head. But you don't want to stay super low to make his neck look long. Yeah, I'm level all the way open. I dropped it halfway. I'm just trying to create a steady transition. Like, I want this taper to flow how I want it to flow. And as you can see, my client got a good grain of hair, bro. So that's definitely a good look. comb and fade and comb and fade. Taking my one guard all the way open. Yes, sir. And sometimes I might go up higher, but I'm loosening up the pressure that I'm putting on this head with it, just so I can see like my own transition. You know, what works best for you is what's best for you. Tell you to do follow every technique I do, or like every step that I do, but if it worked for you, then you know, find out what works for you. Get used to your clipper. Know your tool. Yeah, going in on my 0.5. You know, just doing the same stuff that we did on the right taper. Just want some transition. As you can see, I'm not taking this taper too high, but I'm also creating transition. You know, it's almost like you kind of want to, for the back neck area, you kind of want to have it more compressed, if that makes sense, and not more so like a actual fade, like a fade. Yeah, you want it more so like a compressed taper. You want it to be like kind of close to super tight. Because not all clients like for you to take your taper up super high in the back, and when the hair grow back in, it look crazy. But you got the top of your hair is like bulky, and then you know your neck area you got a really long piece of neck and hair that's growing, probably look like it's growing a lot slower than, you know, the bulky part of the head. Yeah, I slid over. There's nothing wrong with sliding over, seeing your haircut, seeing your work, your canvas from a different area. You know, you want to see things like that. Make sure your transition is really, you know, there. And not just be detailing, bro. Like I take my guard off and go back down, and like, yeah, I like the down fade. I like the down fade too. Which you mean, instead of me going 0, 0.5, 1, 1/16, I go 1.5, and then back down to my 1/16. So y'all notice my side. I already been talking a lot, but you know, it's okay. I do want to say, guys, if you feel like your trimmers are not hitting how, like, you know, most videos show on like just anybody's channel, I think the best thing to do is to study, bro. Study how to modify or like set your blades. Study what works for you. If you a heavy-handed person, don't go out there trying to get the most sharpest tool, because you will cut a client, and again, you will lose clients. Cutting them, you losing clients off the rip. I'm just letting you know that. It's a safety hazard too, so you want to be mindful of that. So please be mindful. If your tool overheats, oil it down or get a new blade. Please oil it down. Or if it's still not working, get a new blade. You know, you don't want to over oil the blade, but you don't want to under oil the blade. So that's just something you just gotta get used to doing, and you know, knowing how to do. Another thing, when you guys are uploading videos and pictures to your Instagram or whatever that you do not upload good work, and then bad work, and try to come back to good work, because there's an inconsistency in that. So always try to post bad work, because of course, if you just starting out, your work not, you know, where you want it to be, but it's not the best, but it's good for what you know. So you it's okay to post bad work, and then good work. These are my trimmers. I set these and modified them. As you can see, it's giving me a crispy line by me just tapping them. Hey, look, I'm just tapping it. It's not pulling his skin. It's flowing right where I want it to go. It's not irritating my client. My client not moving outrageously or anything. So these is one of my hitters. And on this side of the neck taper, I show y'all one trimmer, and then on the other side, I'm gonna show y'all another trimmer. These are also my hitters. As you can see, it's creating an ash line, no hold and spray. It's just pretty simple that my tool is just that it's just that good. Look, I'm just curving, bro. It's ridiculous, bro. I love doing detail work with the trimmer, like far as like lining my client up. I love the fact that it just brings your cut together. As you can see, I only lined the back of his neck up, and it look good. It look good. Here I'm just showing y'all this side with these trimmers. These are the low pros with a standard blade on here. I do not like deep tooth blades, but Beam and Tune 45 and Babblers, when they came together and made that trimmer, that's the only deep tooth blade that I can say that I really actually felt the need that I like. You know, I like the blade. Any other deep tooth blade I tried to set and modify just would not crack. It would not hit. As you can see, I'm getting an ash line. It's clean. You know, I'm not pulling his skin. The trimmers is not, you know, cutting them or anything, you know. I had these 0 gap. These trimmers here though, they hit out the box for a heavy-handed person, in my opinion. I'm super light, so I had to. It forced me to be a little heavier than expected, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, my client wanted enhancements, but he did not want the pencil. So, you know, of course, I'm going to give my client what he wants. As you can see, the cut was good without the enhancements. Let's just start there before I get everybody in the comments saying, oh, he did not need enhancements. And this, man, listen, my client asked for it. Straight up. I'm just going to give him what he wants so I can make my client happy and satisfy him. And, you know, so I can have him coming back. Yeah, these enhancements just finished the cut. And the enhancements blend right in with the cut, so you know it's not a big deal. Here, I'm just adding some juice to this cut, adding some fibers. Because I cut his hair low, I'm going to use more so like a powdery fiber than real hair fibers. Of what I really like to use the real hair fibers. But as you can see, I'm not pushing it all the way in, but I'm like kind of like pushing it out. Go ahead, tell the camera how you feel about it.
Yeah, that's the one. Geechee.
As you can see, we have guys coming in the shop looking completely like this. Bruh, it's as barbers, bro, we are the magicians, bro. We are the surgeons. We are everything our clients want us to be. This canvas looks good. 3 years of cutting. This how far you can come if you study, you study. If you here this far and you've learned something, or you just been here throughout this entire video, please subscribe to the channel. Turn that bell on. Let me know you here. Drop a comment. Give me your feedback. Drop a like. Share this to the group chat of barbers. And let's get it.